Stand-up comedians or stand-up entertainers are quite well known in America because it's a cool entertainment culture, and we don't see that much in other cultures, but very popular in the USA, whereby people will go on a stage and regale audience with stories and make them laugh. This art form has been tried by some in India with mixed success, but a totally unexpected person, superstar Rajinikanth, who's known primarily for villainism in the late 70s and 80s, and subsequently as an action hero, who also dabbled in comedy. For him to sort of have this hidden talent of entertaining the audience on stage, not merely or only as a stand-up comic, but also as somebody who talks philosophy and pearls of wisdom, life motivation, and all that. It's been a very beautiful thing to watch. So for superstar, even if he were to give up acting tomorrow, he's got half a dozen skill sets that will enable him to earn lots and lots of money. So it's so beautiful to see him. And definitely Rajinikanth and Kamal Hassan are very much yin and yang structures, sort of opposite poles, but attractive enough to each other to be friends or frenemies, maybe it's a better word, because they sort of roller coaster between love and hate, with Kamal having more of the hate angle. Not to say there's anything against Kamal, but because of the fact that he was conventionally supposed to be the winner in the race, being typically fair skinned, good in dancing, and all those intellectual bravura that he had from those years. Rajini was an unexpected sort of something that came into the box, out of syllabus, you can say, when suddenly he came into Balachander's sites, and then from another state, barely knowing Tamil, suddenly out of the blue just blew up, right? So Rajini has, of course, he's known to be a very humble person, very kind person, and diplomatic to the extent it's become a meme. For example, when he saw A.R. Rahman some musical project using some 3D glasses, and he was like literally praising Rahman to the skies. Wow, how do you do it, and all these kind of things, and certain words that he spoke even to the media, which seemed out of context. Everything seems to be like such polished diplomatically. He actually has gained some confidence, especially in recent years, to be a bit more brazen, a bit more in your face, but done in a very, how to say, gentlemanly way, a very pleasant way, that even those who he targets are able to laugh along with that. So how to say, in the pinnacle of so-called high society or refined gentlemen, those Victorian England things that nowadays are quite unfashionable, except if you watch that funny YouTube video where this British guy will talk about how should eat a banana with a fork and spoon and all that. That was quite an entertaining show. Those things have gone out the window, right? The chivalry, the way a gentleman dresses, behaves, and talks, everything's become crass nowadays. Even I think Swasini Ratnam mentioned about how those days heroes used to be neat looking, clean shaven. You just think about Gemini Ganesan and Sivaji, wearing a suit, quite dapper looking heroes, except if they specifically play a role as a beggar and all. Obviously that they have to follow that, but nowadays our heroes are looking like beggars. That's become a trend now, having unkept beard and scraggy looking, and all these kind of things have become so called normalized. And with the rise of nepotism, it's become institutionalized in Bollywood, right? So to see someone talk with simplicity that even poor people can understand, being elegant, making jokes in a way that is very, how to say, sharp, witty, it's indeed a pleasure to watch. Soon I think definitely somebody is going to compile all of Rajinikanth's audio launch speeches, call it the greatest hits of Superstar live, and then make a lot of money from it. Heck, I would buy something like that if it's in the affordable price range, or even with enough views in YouTube, you can make millions. So that's how his polish has become at stage speaking, and I would encourage those people who have how to say as part of their work or any for any reason need to do public speaking, Toastmasters or whatever, do have a look at Rajini's stage speech as a very good way for you not to be too ostentatious or intellectual like Kamal does, or too blur and become paralyzed as some newbies become. It's just like simple words, of course, saying hi to all the VIPs and then slowly getting to the story and entertaining everybody. The opposite of this is like director Miskin, who just starts talking vulgarly on stage and thinks he's read a bunch of books, so that's why Rajini used to say sometimes he's scared of working with all these intellectual people, because they think they might know 20% better than others, but they act like they know 200%, and that's definitely concerning, right? So his wit and sarcasm, when he went into the Andhra Pradesh, he created a ruckus when he gave a speech on stage in that place with Chandrababu Naidu. So he's like a trans-state or transnational kind of speaker already now currently. And of course, back home, he went into DMK, the political parties, annual major meeting, and sort of ruffled a few feathers there. Which was good entertainment for everybody. So nowadays you don't have to go watch a movie to get entertained. Superstar is going to giving you a lot of entertainment in the audio launch itself. And for production houses, they make one batch of money in the film and the other batch by screening the audio launch itself on their TV shows, right? So Nelson got the brunt of it in a jailer audio launch. Talked about Nelson's attitude of coming in late and casually asking for coffee and all that. So at his level of Yoda mentor level that Rajini is attained now, this platform is a great way of him both giving advice to the youngsters, right, about professionalism and doing the right thing, and also provide entertainment. It's like he accomplished multiple goals in one go, because if you were to reprimand the director when they are filming the movie and all, it might lead to unpleasantness, bitterness and all that. So he keeps his calm, and then once the project is over and it's just a matter of audio launch, so he used that as an opportunity to both give some advice as well as entertain the audience, as well as make the whole team better for possible future team ups, in which, for example, Jailer 2 is happening now with the director Nelson. Okay, so so the assumption is after this, Director Nelson will make some effort to be punctual in dealing with Rajini. And in prior audio launch as well, Rajini has also playfully chided Loki Kanagaraj for saying that, you can take any time you want, sir, in your filming, because as per Rajini, he did not really lock the script. And based on Lokesh's own interview, he went to Rajini with a different story of Rajini playing a major villain and a fantasy kind of story. Could have been very interesting. If he could have done a double role with the Rajini heroic role as well, but suddenly diverted into some kind of action. Loki went into his comfort zone instead of action based and so on, which he claims will not involve much guns. So let's see how creative Lokesh becomes in Coolie. And continuing, Rajini has transferred this on-stage audio launch thing into a trademark, and now Loki says that his assistant directors were told by Rajini that, okay, Loki is a Kamal fan, right? So I'm going to latch on to him during the audio launch. So Loki's going to get a good roasting, good entertainment for all of us. Probably he'll mention something about Loki's intellectual attitude like a Kamal fan, and that'll be really fun for all of us. But it's all in good spirits, I believe. And let's do hoping that Lokesh and Rajini will team up again. Coolie does very well, so maybe that fantasy one with cameraman Manish Paramahamsa, IMAX, and the fantasy elements, maybe multiple small heroes, Rajini as a big villain like Thanos. Let's hope something like that happens soon in the future. But if you put Rajini as a big villain Thanos, I think you should put Rajini as a kind of a hero thing to balance. I really think so, unless it's a very unique project and perspective. So what do you guys think about this whole thing? Do share in the comment section, guys. Take care. Bye bye.